I don't think is a bad use of counter pick here, but now that we look at OMG as a whole composition and not just as this is one counter pick into this thing.
Dragon has spawned. I'm not quite sure we're going to be getting there too early for these junglers, but we can definitely see Krako already in the area.
Yeah, neither of these compositions really seem like the let's set up early and take Dragon, but this can't hurt. Remember, Moham has no flash, so his set up early and take support seems a lot more doable. First blood is going to go to Krako as LNG execute on what was a clear overextension out of Moham. Well, preparing for the grubs that are spawning in just about 2 minutes and clearing out his camps, doesn't want to get punished. 1xN does get engaged on by Starry, who immediately flashes out, but will still get locked down by Missing. Does look like Starry's falling, and an ethereal shift forward will end up claiming him. Moham low once again, still flashless, heal-less, and ADC-less. Next few minutes. Juhan is showing up, a late contest, technically possible, if not advisable.
Oh, he's looking for the engage. He wants to fight this.
He's got smite. He might just try and, you know, send it. But he don't send it.
Israel getting closer and closer to that first item. Should be quite bad, but OMG looking to capitalize on the stragglers.
No, Missing's got first roam here. Moham's showing up as well, but Juhan has to flash away from Krako, who's already thrown down the subjugate, immediately locked up as well. Juhan has absolutely no way out, while Krako goes to just below half HP. It is Moham, who just got his flashback and doesn't get to use it. Grabbing a double kill for Bulldog and maybe making it a little bit more. 1xN solo kills Starry under the tower, and LNG here as well. Void Grub's the next on the table. You called this out earlier, K-Man. They were likely to get both objectives, and with the way the game is going, OMG will be lucky to get an objective.
Certainly would be something that they need to claw their way back on. This game is far from over, though. There are plenty of ways for them to get back. Juhan still has that ultimate available, something that we need to watch out for on the Pantheon.
Evolve has been so huge for locking down individuals for LNG to pick off. Starry actually goes for the ult. Juhan is going to ult down to the bot side as well. Missing low and Missing gone. First Grand Starfall works out well, but you don't want to overstay, and Krako's shown up. Whip out an ult and start a fight with the rest of the squad, which is a very good sign for the rest of OMG. Krako engaging onto Harry. He's going to flash out of the cage. Might actually just take him down. Subjugate's already fallen. Sheer is here as well, and Harry, that classic overextension we were talking about, ends up striking once again. Not going to be too bad, but there's some serious bad news happening on the bot side. So everything's relative, I suppose, with the first tower falling, and as Dragon spawns as well.
Starting Drake, but this could be so dangerous.
This is so bad by OMG. This is an extremely dangerous spot, but Krako does take a little bit of damage, and I really mean a little bit. Sheer's almost Mega, though, and he shows up to the fight just in time. It's going to half-health Starry before he goes Mega, completely shoving him out of the fight. Actually goes over the wall to follow up on Starry, locking the AD carry from OMG into the wall and taking him down. LNG. And that first tower in the mid lane is going to fall as a result. LNG get the team fight win, they get the dragon, they get the mid lane tower.
Huge right now in the game on the Gnar, and they just underestimate how quickly he can burst down Starry. Juhan is doing nothing on the Pantheon, picture in picture, as we see here jump back to the game.
Good League of Legends out of LNG right now. It is just like we saw in game number 1. As soon as they have a lead, Missing, this time not on the Poppy, does have a little bit of backup, but is walking into the jungle.
Yeah, we saw in that picture-in-picture Starry, you know, biting the dust a little bit. It wasn't even something that we were so surprised by. that 0 and 4 Yunara is just so far behind. At this point, 2.6 thousand gold down at 16 minutes into the game is tough. Gonna play mate on Harry. This could be another death here for OMG.
Yeah, the overextensions that we talked about earlier continue to plague Harry, and it's only going to get more difficult as the team falls further and further behind. Juhan alone in the jungle as well is going to get teamed on by 3 people, as ultimately it is 1xN that collects the kill. LNG push to tower, and they can do so in 2 lanes.
They drop the Herald mid. This will be tier 2 going down in the mid lane. They're going to want to push for even more. He talked about it. Wave getting pushed in on the bot side. They could very easily transition some of this tempo there, but not being able to lock down any priority target. But once again, it's the bot lane under threat.
Starry, flashless, by the way. Has to walk this one out, and actually will get to by expending the ult. Will he survive? Moham takes a lot of damage. Moham is going to go down simultaneously. That is a double kill picked up by 1xN and Croco. There it is, the actual double for 1xN, as Croco won't even fall. We egg him! Triple kill for 1xN.
It's just disrespectful at this point, Dia. They're winning everywhere on the map. Missing's like, yeah, you know, we don't really care that the Lulu's in the way. We'll just kill you both with the Karma Ezreal damage coming through. Croco has no fear on the Trundle. It's just a disaster right now. Bulldog is split pushing down on the bottom side. They're going to get this bot tier 2. Baron has not even spawned. Dragon is up in 15 seconds. It will be soul point, but do LNG even need it at this point? Surviving is really just icing on the cake for a play that was so dominant. But found 1xN though.
Man, 1xN actually getting jumped on. Might die here. Harry's going for it. The flash out of 1xN saves his life, leaving Harry in no man's land. The rest of OMG has shown up. We've already expended the wild growth on Juhan. Starry goes forward, actually collecting the kill and the shutdown. That is big for Starry, and will Harry manages to stay alive? It is 1-0 in the favor of OMG, but Croco's on the way, and Croco takes this personal. Juhan goes on the engage, but now Croco's in your backline. Bulldog comes over the wall, and LNG wipe OMG off the face of the planet.
What did it cost to take down 1xN? It cost everything here for OMG as they get completely wiped. The only surviving member is Moham on the Lulu. That is Baron going over to the side of LNG, and it's even more gold going into the pocket of Bulldog. 1xN overextending and getting punished, but it just doesn't matter. The wallet dip is too much. This is going to be a 13,000 gold lead for LNG. And
Sheer is about to go mega. OMG keep their carry alive, but aren't going to get too much more than that as a consolation prize. Starry gonna head back and heal up as the last fight, if there is even going to be one, is incoming. Croco wants to pick off Haichao. Actually, credit to him, manages to deal a decent amount of damage on the Anivia, but it is not nearly enough into the shielding from missing. The wallet diff, as you mentioned, is really being felt in the little to no impact that Haichao is able to have on the team fight right now. Gets chunked to half health.
Yeah, this is a tough situation for OMG. They're getting based down. Do they have the fortitude to survive?
1xN goes for it. Oh my god, he assassinates Starry! 1xN, a very, very worthwhile fight as Bulldog comes in to help peel for him. 1xN picks up a double kill as OMG are relegated to their fountain, and even so, LNG try to take them out. A big win for LNG in 2-0 fashion against OMG.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.